Hey y'all, I'm going to film a brief video that will be about 10 minutes long, and it's going to be me talking about climate change and how governments should react to those issues. Okay, here we go. So I think climate change. So speaking of agenda, climate change has to be our top priority because the temperature of all around the earth has been rising at an alarming rate, and so therefore making up for the environmental damage would have to be our number one agenda, and also the core problem that we have to solve. And to do that, to achieve that goal, it is very important for companies all around the world to embrace green initiatives and what was it? Yes, I don't remember. And in order to do all those projects, in order to achieve that goal of compensating for the damage, each government should legislate a strict environmental regulations and policies, and also corporate compliance has to be mandatory, because it is meaningless how strict the policies are if the companies all around the world don't adhere to those regulations or policies or the systems that governments made. The whole thing would be meaningless. So corporate compliance would be a factor that makes or breaks the whole plan. And also it's important to know how it's important to strike a balance between economic growth and environmental preservation, because not only do we have to we can't just focus on one goal, which is preserving the environment. We also have to develop a new technology which can help reduce the use of energies by companies and households all around the world, and it can also enable us to find a more effective way to use resources. And so last thing I want to emphasize that companies should put words into action, because talk is cheap, and they have to put words into action and actively engage with all those government's plans and actively adhere to the policies. And also, governments should enforce penalties on those who violate the regulations. We must toggle our approach to climate change and try to transition to renewable energy. Try to shift from those conventional process of generating the energy to renewable energy. The initial price could be very costly, but in the long run, it would be a choice that was crucial. We would know that in the long run, everyone would realize that in the long run, it will be, at the end of the day, it was the best choice that humankind could make for the race and for Earth. Thank you.